What's up? What's up? What's up? Now this has been a long fucking time, so I'm ready. I'm raring to go, baby. Cool Truth, back where it's all began. Daddy Cool AC, the one and only Blading for Truth, Hollywood Jeff Edwards, my brother. What's up, baby?
What's up? I heard that intro and I'm thinking he's going to say Cool Truth Podcasting Network next because it's been that long, man, since we did a show together.
So what you're saying is this is the first ever Cool Truth on 1650 PW AM.
Yes, I am. Long overdue, my friend.
It is long overdue, but with all the live YouTube stuff we're doing with White and Life and everything else, like I said on my last cooldown show, enough with those excuses. But hey, that's what happens.
It happens.
So, but before we get into all the usual Cool Truth stuff, just quickly, what has Sir Edwards been up to other than the breaking down CWF shows?
That's about it. Since we did the 1650 PWAM switchover, I was doing Raw there for a while. I was doing SmackDown there for a while, and about 3 weeks ago I stopped because, man, that's just brutal shit. It's brutal. It's tough.
It's tough, man. It's really tough to break down. Like I actually was saying to you on our pre-show meeting that I basically watch now to do these podcasts because I have really no other. There's nothing making me want to watch. I will say this: I heard that Morrow's first NXT show was tonight, so I'm sure at some point this weekend I'll try to grab that and see what that entails. I mean, hearing his voice on anything will make it sound bigger, so that might give me a little, maybe rejuvenate my NXT liking a little bit. I don't know. I mean, Bobby Fish is there now. I mean, half the Ring of Honor roster left, so I'm sure most of them are headed there. But before we get into most of the bulk of this show, guys, is going to be like a little breakdown of the G1 special this weekend in LA. But before we get there, to be honest with you, bro, and I don't know if you agree with me, and part of this is I was just at the pay-per-view and the TV taping, and I'm kind of fired up about that style of wrestling type of thing. But you know what? I'm almost like goodbye and good riddance with the guys who left, and I kind of like the direction Ring of Honor is headed. I mean, yeah, you got the Bucks, you got Cody there now, you still got Daniels and Kazarian. Marty Scurll is probably in my top 5 of wrestlers now. His entrance, everything about him, I absolutely love. They bring in the New Japan guys sometimes. They bring in the CMLL guys sometimes. You got the Kingdom. You still got Lethal, and you still got Silas Young. You got Dalton Castle. But then you have the young guys, the Flip Gordons of the world. Jay White's there. I almost want to see Ring of Honor kind of roll with that, with kind of like the elder statesmen, thank you. The elder statesmen that they still have, which it's crazy to say that the Young Bucks are like elder statesmen, but in Ring of Honor right now they are. And it's almost cool to kind of see them transitioning into like a new stock of guys. I know you got the Briscoes and Bullies there and the whole thing, but you still got like a new crop of guys coming up. They're doing different stuff. Punishment Martinez, Gresham, all different guys. Marty Scurll I brought up earlier. They're bringing in all these guys. That's great. And you know what? If all those other guys want to jump and run to NXT, that's fine. I think they could do well in NXT, but just do yourself a favor and stay there. I don't know. What's your thoughts about all that, quickly?
Yeah, it's a restock time for Ring of Honor. And, like the good old King Firehawk used to say, sometimes movement is good with companies. This is a time where it's going to be good because what they're restocking with, the guys that you have spent the past couple years watching, Flip Gordon, TK, our boy TK.
Yep.
It's guys like that are going to, get their chance to shine now. So, like Bobby Fish going to NXT, that's a prime example. Like, it's time for some of these guys to move on, I think.
Well, I'm not. I mean, I don't know about you. I'm not mad at an Adam Cole or a Bobby Fish or
No.
even a Roddy Strong. I mean, at some point, what else were they going to do at Ring of Honor? Like even if they come back later down the road, that's fine. But they almost needed to do something else. Guys in Daniels and Kazarian left. Joe. Left after a while. You know what I mean? Like, It was almost like they almost needed something else, and maybe Ring of Honor needed something else, needed a revamping, because it was almost like guys were only going to get to a certain point with all those guys still there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, in a way, Ring of Honor is like, it's basically, it was always supposedly a feeder system, and it's almost kind of playing out that way now that they've cleared the space to kind of be that feeder system.
Right.
And the thing is we can have fun with all these guys in NXT. I happen to love the Tommaso heel turn on Gargano. I love the promo he cut after. I watched that part of it. Some of the other stuff in NXT right now, I mean, all right. It's kind of they're in a little transition mode, but bringing all these Ring of Honor guys in, bringing Morrow in, maybe it's a little revamping for NXT for me, because I'll be honest, if I had a knock on Ring of Honor right now, it's that, especially now that I was at the TV taping, I know everything that's going to happen in Ring of Honor to the middle of August right now. I just saw it, and it's like, I want to be excited about it, but in a week from now, I'm going to be like, okay, I already know.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, it was cool to be there, and it was cool a lot of things they did, but I'm like, what the fuck am I going to watch for wrestling? So other than the indie shows I'm going to go to, like, I want some other wrestling I can watch, and, maybe NXT is that outlet with some of this new talent coming in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
And because I didn't get your thoughts on it yet, your initial take when Bennett comes out and says he's Mike Kanellis.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised. That was my initial shock. Daddy,
right.
Cool. I mean, we talked about this.
Shock is that we're not shocked.
Yeah, exactly. We talked about this, so many times. But, the question remains, is he going to be the centerpiece, or is it going to be Maria? Because the love gimmick and the song and how bad it looks, they could play it right if he
they could get him real heat for that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But they have to take care of him in the ring. That's my opinion. But
Sami, I don't know if you know, but Sami Zayn walked out on their promo, which is basically the same promo they cut on Money in the Bank and the night after. That was a WWE.com exclusive. They were cutting the same promo, and Zayn walked out on it. Mm-hmm. So my hope was during Zayn's match that Bennett would clobber, or Kanellis would clobber him, or do something, cost them the match, or something. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We didn't get anything like that, but maybe that's their first go around there. Maybe Bennett and Zayn, or Kanellis and Zayn, which I mean would be a nice. That's a good way for Ring of Honor guys. Zayn's been known to take care of a lot of these Ring of Honor types, so maybe that's a good way to get Mike Kanellis in the ring and away from just the Love Maria gimmick side of it.
Right.
My only hope for him, and I said this to White on the show last week. And honestly, I am very happy for him, because I know this has been his ultimate goal his whole fucking life, to be in WWE. And listen, if that's your ultimate goal, when they come calling, and you've been in every other company, there's nowhere else for Mike Bennett to go, and WWE comes calling, and you're married to Maria Kanellis, who's been a diva for them in the Attitude Era with Playboy and everything else. And they want to bring her back, and you're part of that scenario, and this has been your goal your whole life. I get that you're not going to be like, nah, Vince, I'm not Mike Kanellis, I'm Mike Bennett. You're going to be like, where the fuck do I sign? And I understand that, and I'm happy for him, and I know from knowing enough guys in the business, I know how they view this stuff. They don't view it as, they fucked up my entrance, my big unveiling. The guys don't view it that way. They view it as WWE in their business, for better or for worse, is still the pinnacle.
Yeah. And
he's reached that pinnacle. So he's not going to apologize for that.
No.
I just, personally, because I followed the guy for so long and I like him that much, I just want the wrestling world to see who this guy is. Mm-hmm. Because you could tell the people who really watched Ring of Honor and the people who really watched TNA see what we see, the people who've seen him on the indies. The people who haven't watched it, those are the ones with the derogatory comments because they cherry pick things.
Sure.
But my only thing is I don't know that we're going to see that, and that's my problem with it. We already know what Maria is. There's no mystery there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Maria is not going to do anything in this run in WWE that's going to be somehow like, oh my God, I never knew Maria could do that. She's never going to do anything like that.
Right.
She is what she is. We know what she is. And I got to tell you, the way she says SmackDown Live annoys the fuck out of me. I don't know how Bennett lives with her. Well, I mean, I've seen some of the screenshots. So yeah,
I mean, we know.
We know how Bennett lives with her. You know what I'm saying. But the bottom line is the unknown here, the guy that they, maybe even if it's a heel or whatever, a guy that could be a star from them, the unknown, the guy who could break out is him. Mm-hmm. Maria could still be Maria, and he could just be shot to the moon.
Right.
I just don't trust that creative team to do it. But the ability is there, and the possibilities are there. I'm still just pessimistic about it because
you have to be.
You have
to be.
I mean, bro, we've talked about this a million times.
Yeah.
How many times have even things we give them credit for, the next week they just shit on it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Mike Kanellis could be the biggest thing heading into SummerSlam, and then he could be Curtis Axel by the Royal Rumble.
Yes. Yep.
Eliminated in a second or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So my only hope for him is that he gets at least maybe some of his talent shine.
Yes.
Anyway.
My biggest fear is that he's going to be James Ellsworth.
Ugh.
Let's just hope that doesn't happen.
That is the biggest fear because I'll tell you something right now. I mean, no homo, but Bennett is way better looking than James Ellsworth. Muscles on his body. I mean, come on, the dude's fucking stacked. And he's actually with Maria. He's not stealing someone else's girlfriend like Ellsworth is.
Right.
And
right.
He actually has talent. All right, we could go on all day about how much better Bennett is than Ellsworth, but all right. But anyway, we'll move on. I don't want to spend too much time on WWE, and I know you don't want to either.
Right.
And I want to do this G1 stuff, and then I want to get a quick casual fan up to date. How you're feeling about Mayweather McGregor, but we'll do that last.
Oh, okay.
Just a casual fan perspective of where we're at right now.
Yeah.
But going into New Japan Pro Wrestling, first time in the U.S. G1 special. They have the IWGP U.S. title. I mean, it would not be a New Japan show if they didn't introduce a new title. So I mean, it's par for the course. But I'm guessing, before we get into the card, and I want to get your thoughts on this too, them introducing a U.S. title would mean they plan on coming back, mm-hmm. or maybe even having that defended in a Ring of Honor scenario.
Jeff Edwards here for the rest of this show. To listen to this show in its entirety, please visit Apple Podcasts, Spreaker.com. Search 1650 1650 1650 PWAM. Your new home for pro wrestling and more.